cannot give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just talking about weight loss. I'm not just talking about the things I typically talk about on my channel. I'm talking about life in general. If you give up, you're never going to know what could have happened. But if you never try and if you give up, you already know what's going to happen. What you already fear to happen anyway, which is for you to fail. And that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. But before I get into that, today is day 86 of Project Seed. If you're new here, Project Seed is my 100-day run where I'm focusing on everything, my gym brand, plant seed, my content, my weight loss, and everything. But I got this topic on my mind, so I really want to get this off. It's going to be more of an educational video when it comes to just life advice in general. But giving up is the worst thing you can do. Giving up is literally you calling it quits on life. It's you saying that I don't think I'm deserving and or worthy of at least attempting to make my dreams come true. And that's something I never subscribed to. I could never subscribe to giving up on myself, even when I was 500 pounds. And it's kind of hard to understand what I mean, but when I was 500 pounds, I promise you I was the most confident man on earth. Well, I was at least arrogant. I was delusional enough to understand that I was arrogant enough to understand I had to become delusional to really believe in myself, because at the end of the day, I was 500 pounds. I wasn't caring about my health. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't doing the things for myself that I needed to do. But I had to realize that I need to live a life to where I completely am confident in the being that I am. I had to embody the spirit of a confident man, of a successful man before I was even that. Before I even am that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not all the way in shape yet. I'm not exactly at my dream goal body yet. I'm not none of that yet. But I'm working towards it. I'm making it happen. And weight loss taught me so much about not giving up. You know what I'm saying? Through my life, I didn't grow up struggling. So it's like I didn't really get to gain those lessons you learn about not giving up when it comes to struggling throughout your childhood, when it comes to financial things or social things and things like that. I never struggled in a life when it comes to scholastics and none of that. School always came secondhand to me. It was always easy. It was always something that just came really second nature, and I just never had to think about, because it's like the schoolwork was just cognitively wasn't hard for me. I just would just do it and get it out the way, and then I would talk to the people I fuck with. But even socially, when it comes to school, like I never was the most talkative person. Past like the 5th grade, I didn't really talk to many people until I got into college. I didn't really care for friends. I didn't value friendship. I didn't care about it. Like I didn't meet people at school and be like, oh, I want to be friends with you forever. I didn't hang out with people outside of school. I was like, hey, we cool at school. I talk to you when I want to talk to you, and until then, I just don't care, bro. But now that I'm out of school, I got friends that I genuinely care about and really got love for, and then it's like I just grown as a man. But I have to realize not giving up is really why I'm where I am today. And if I didn't start losing weight, I would not have friends. I would not have people around me better. I wouldn't have better people around me, greater people in my life, greater women in my life. I wouldn't have these people around me if I didn't start losing weight. And not because of the superficial things that come with weight loss. It's more because of who I am as a man. Me losing weight and not giving up on my journey and doing something that genuinely takes nothing but hard work to do, and there's nobody that can help you. Nobody can help you lose weight. With my videos, I can't jump in your body and lose weight for you. All I can do is influence you and motivate you and show you that it's possible. And the fact that I've done this is really why I share my story so much, and really why I don't preach giving up to anybody, because it's like if you give up, you never know who you could be. I never know who I could be if I would have gave up and didn't lose weight my freshman year in college. I don't know who I would be right now. Like, well, I do know how I'd be. I would probably not even be mobile at this point if I kept going, because I was 520 pounds already. I mean, shit, 3 more years of eating bad. Who knows how much I would weigh? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so glad that I took this chance on myself. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even much of a risk because it was all reward, but it was a risk in the sense of I had to go through the mental just things I had to go through, like the mental turmoil is where I want to, for lack of better words, the mental turmoil I had to go through to understand the perceptions and understand how I was allowing myself to be perceived, to understand why I was being so isolated, to understand why I felt as if I wasn't being treated. You know what I'm saying? As much as I was treated as, not even really being treated, because the people in my life never treated me bad, but more about I wasn't being acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will tell you when you overweight, when you a certain level of overweight, you feel invisible to the world. And that is the truth. People will ignore you and act like you're not there. It's like the more space that you take, the more people act as if you're not there. And it's like, that's something that a lot of people that's overweight deal with and have to go through. And it's kind of hard to explain that feeling because a lot of people don't understand that. Well, a lot of men do understand what it feels to be invisible completely to the world. And some people feel that feeling too, but when you overweight, you feel invisible. You know what I'm saying? You feel like nobody cares about you. That's why I always realized how important having the people around me was. That's why I've always been very picky and very very selective with the people I claim to fuck with, and everybody that I have in my life, have in my circle. I use the term fuck with more than I use friend or like girl I like or something like that. Like I fuck with you heavy, that means I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I really care about you. I got love for you if I tell you that. And that's because I don't know, I just never really valued the word friendship, so I just don't use the word too much. But when it comes to giving up in life, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If I was to give up on Project C, if I was to give up on these videos, I have grown, you know what I'm saying? My YouTube channel has gained like 200 some subscribers. I've gained like 200 some followers on TikTok. Well, like 300 some followers if I combine both of my pages. But I've gained some followers. I've gained more followers than I had, you know what I'm saying? I've doubled my following. And I'm appreciative of that, you know what I'm saying? I've done a lot. And these 86 days have showed me a lot. I've did a lot of fucking working out. I've did a lot of working out. I've worked out a lot. I've grew a lot. And I just did a lot for myself. And I'm glad that I never gave up on myself. And I'm telling you right now, giving up on yourself is the worst thing you can do because you don't allow yourself the luxury of seeing who you could have been. And I really wanted to get that out to the mob today, man. That is going to be day 86, though, man. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I'm finna get this uploaded and edited so I can go to sleep. And then we back in the gym tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning because we just do grown man shit. No, let me stop. But no, man, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I'll be back tomorrow for day 86.